get started. So if you open the PDF, you'll see that to start with is we're going to go through the sectioning workflow in general, and the first thing is going to be the clipping a plane property. I have an empty Rhino file open, and since I'm not going to use any of the tools on the left, there is the lower left window to just close these tools temporarily. However, we're going to look at the property panel quite a bit. So there will be the layers, we have the properties, and by default, the display and the also the help file. So first of all, let's just new in Rhino 8, we have the drafting menu, and under the drafting menu, there is the sections submenu. And these are just a few of the tools that are that has been organized there. Some of them, most of them are new to Rhino 8. We're going to use some of those, but I typically like to type the command name, but I'll try to go to some of these commands also through the menu so we know, especially when we use them for the first time. In order to just to get an idea about what is the clipping a plane properties right now, I'll just let's just create basically a box, and I'll add another layer here, and I'll just make it red so that we can differentiate between the two. And I will make it the current layer, and I'm going to just draw a cone, right? I'll just use the shading mode, and now we have just a simple geometry here just so that we can see the effect of the clipping a plane. I run the clipping a plane command, and you notice that there is a clipping a plane and there's a clipping sections. We'll go through that next one, but they both basically create the clipping a planes. But this is the original command in Rhino, the clipping a plane. I'll just run that command. And actually, before I create the command, let me create another layer, and I'll make it brown. And this is where I'm going to put all the sections. So it's always good practice to separate the sections, so you can turn them off if you need to. I'll make it the active layer here, and I'll run the clipping a plane command here. And as you notice, it's a familiar command. I'll just use the vertical here, and I'll just go right through to generate that clipping a plane, right? Like any object in Rhino, when you want to see the properties of that clipping a plane or any object, you just select that object and go to the object properties. Under the object properties, you can see that in Rhino 8, we have a number of new properties. We have the name property, and we have the label and the depth and section style. All these are new to Rhino 8. Also, the objects clipped, and we're going to go through those one by one so we can see what they do. For the name, let's add a name. Let's say my clipping a plane. Let's say, for example, 01. And under label, let's set it to dot. You can see now that actually that clipping a plane has the name of it right there as a dot added to that clipping a plane. This way you know what you can differentiate what clipping a plane it is. You can also set it to text, and it basically going to put the name at the two ends of the clipping a plane. Like any object, you obviously can scale or do any move it around, and in this case it is a clipping. Let me move it all the way out so we can see it a little better. The rest of the other options that there are is the depth. By default, and I'm gonna move it in so you can see the effect. By default, the clipping plane clips everything behind it. So you can't see any of the objects that you draw behind it. But on the other side, it goes all the way to an infinite depth. So everything at the other side of the clipping plane, in the front of the clipping plane, is visible, basically. With the depth option, you can now set a custom depth. If it is set to 0, all you see is the section, basically a very thin slice of your model. And this is only like a visual effect. There is no actual geometry generated here. But you can set the depth to be like any number you want. So it could be 5, for example. And this way you can actually see a slice, what looks like a slice, with depth 2, which is 2 units of whatever units you are using. And that's something that we have here in Rhino. The section styles, we're going to skip that because there's a whole section to go over that. Obviously, flip direction, always been there. Flip the direction of your clipping plane. And the objects clipped, we will skip that for now because also we're going to explain in detail later. You can decide what kind of what viewports you are clipping. As you can see, if I go to 4View, my clipping plane is clipping only the perspective view in this case. But I can set it to also clip my top view, my front view, and my right view. And you can unclick to view it again. So this is really basically all the main options for your object property, which is for the clipping plane itself. I guess with that, I just wanted to this is just an overview of what are the properties. And at that point, I'd love to hear if you would like us to go through it again, one by one, and you try it on your end and see if you have any questions so we can go over those.
Can it clip the reverse? Meaning instead of just showing a sliver that's 5 millimeters wide or something, take that sliver away and show the rest?
Oh, so hide that sliver and show everything else.
Yeah.
You're saying? Basically, you want to hide that part that is clipping. So it's the reverse clip. No, there isn't such a functionality. But that's interesting. I'm curious, what would be a situation where you need to use that?
So like if I'm making a ring and it has an airline in it, so the stone is set and there will be a top seat for the stone and then a bottom seat that's connected to the inside of the ring and then prongs, and I'm cutting away a piece that's in the middle.
Oh, okay. So there is a functionality where you can extract a slice of your model. So let me show you real quick. Under drafting, under sections, you can extract the slices. And this is a new command in Rhino where you actually can say, I want to use the depth that I have just used, and I want to extract a slice of my model. So you select your clipping plane, press enter, and there your slice has been created. You probably wanted to split your original model and by this slice. So what you can do is Boolean difference, and you select all the objects you want to subtract from and the new slice that you have generated. And now let's just get that part, which is, like this was the original, but it's now all sliced up, if you will. But this is an actual modeling, right? Right now we are slicing out there is an important distinction between when you're using clipping planes. This is for now just visual, but we use the clipping plane to extract a slice, and we use that slice to subtract it from the original model. And we can use the PDF. Let me get the PDF up there to just show you the parallels between what I've just done and what you can do to go through the exercise step by step. So what I'd like you to do now is just go and do exactly what I've done, which is create the box and the con, and you create the clipping plane with the clipping plane command, and then go through the property and set the name, set the label, and set a specific custom depth. And we're going to skip the section style and the object clipped, and you can do you go through the different viewports that to hide and show. And so I can just delete everything, and then we can do that process again step by step. Go to the default, create a box. We go to the layer one, we create a con. And here under sections layer, we're gonna run the clipping plane command, and under vertical option, we're just gonna go through this to create the clipping plane. We then select the clipping plane, and under the properties, give it a name, section 01, give it a label, text, and set a custom depth to be of 2 points. And we can turn it on or off. We can flip the direction. Is that clear?
Yes. I normally have a back face, another color for the back faces.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do this, and then I see my pink color of the back faces.
Okay.
So it shows me in a way that it's open. So if I don't know if I do the same as you did for Brandy, if this is.
I see. Because it's in mine it show it's solid. No problem. We're gonna set all those, but as long as you have gone through the property panel for the section and you know all the steps, then this is important because we're gonna go back to it back in again. So I want to make sure that everybody got